Welcome back to the Peace and Music Podcast. I'm your host, Pete Ellis, and with me today I've got a special guest. Goes by the name DJ Spindrift, Mr. Sean Brady. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. So what's new? What's going on?
Living the dream, same stuff, different day. You know how it is.
Nice.
Just trying to make my dreams a reality.
Yeah. So what kind of things you got going on right now?
Well, we just got done doing a big event downtown at the Hilton. 3 days up in the penthouse, 1 day in the Grand Ballroom for the Security Traders Association Chicago.
Okay.
Worked with a band from New York. They were called 10 Seconds to Love, all girls Motley Crue cover band.
Nice.
Just trying to work on the next thing.
Nice. So you're a sound guy. What are some of the biggest shows that you've done or taken in, brought out?
To date, I think the biggest show would have to be I did Mumford and Sons up when they were at Chestnut Hill at Montrose.
Okay.
Probably I'd have to say that was one of the ones that takes the cake.
So how was that?
It was a long day, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I already had work from my day job earlier that day. You know, pulled the morning shift from like 6 to like 3. Then after that, drove downtown, got that taken care of. Loaded out along about 3 o'clock in the morning was when all the trucks finally left. I got home at 5 and had to be back at work at 6.
Wow.
So that was definitely an experience for sure. But by far, that was one of the biggest, one of the better shows that I've done in a long time.
Nice.
So.
So what are some of your favorite memories in music so far?
Ooh. It wasn't even sure I was working. I went out to Virginia in 2010 for the National Scouting Jamboree. It was the 100th anniversary of Scouting across America, and the very last day, we had a huge show. The crowd was at least 80,000 people, and we had Switchfoot play that day, and I remember being in the middle of the crowd, hearing the band play, having fireworks go off everywhere, and I'm just staring up, taking in everything, and that was when I really was like, okay, I need to put music first before everything else, because this is awesome. This is what it's about. It's the feeling that I have on my face right now is what I want other people to feel.
Yeah.
So that was one of the coolest
Life-changing moments.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper. What are some things that you like to do when you're not doing music?
Oh, I could give you a laundry list of items there. I mean, I like working on cars, racing cars. I'm an avid rock climber as well.
Really?
So I try and get out and do as much of that as I
Climb
can.
any mountains or just
a little bit of that. I'll take a trip once in a while up to Devil's Lake in Wisconsin. Okay. Spent a weekend up there. And then I actually took a backpacking trip to New Mexico a few years back. Peaked the highest mountain on the property, the ranch that I was at, and that was a little over 12,000 feet.
Very nice.
So that was also one of those life-changing moments. So
those are always good, just take in the world from a new perspective.
Mm-hmm. Something about seeing the landscape from 12,000 some odd feet and seeing planes fly below you.
That's gotta be
is definitely wild.
Yeah.
Definitely wild.
Wow. Okay. So what kind of shows you got going up? You got anything coming up?
I'm trying to get a couple things in the works. Nothing set in stone yet. I mean, as it sits right now, it was most DJs who are trying to make money. Got a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
And
graduation parties, that sort of thing.
Yeah. This is the start of my busy season.
Yeah.
So as from mid to end of February on through September, October, good luck trying to get a hold of me.
Yeah, yeah, you start booking up now. So book them up now before you run out of time. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is a Piece of Music podcast, and you can find more at PeaceSum.com and YouTube.com/PeaceSum. All right, moving on. You can find that live broadcast on Spreaker.com/PeaceSum. What else is next? We are going to have a little performance by DJ Spindrift here in a minute. But before we get started, is there anything you want to say to new musicians or upcoming musicians that are struggling to find motivation, struggling to find their foot and footing into the door, and just to get started?
I would say the hardest thing for any starting musician, it is very, very easy to get discouraged, to just, say you went out, you spent all the money, say you bought a guitar, bought amplifiers, bought everything, because I'm a guitarist as well. The hardest thing is to not give up on yourself. You could sit there for weeks and try and practice and try and technically not make any headway in becoming that great guitarist that you aspire to be. But it's just a matter of sticking with it. It's a matter of pushing forward. It's a matter of don't give up. Just every single day, pick up that guitar, play for an hour, play for 6 hours. Pick up those drumsticks, annoy your parents. You can't get anywhere if you don't practice.
Yeah.
It's much like anything.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily music. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a mechanic. It takes years of practice to be able to be good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with music. It takes years of practice to get anywhere near where Satriani's at, where Kenny Wayne Shepherd's at, where any of those big names that can just shred all day long.
Mm-hmm.
It will take years of practice. You can't give up.
So speaking of big names, who are some of your favorite artists or acts right now?
Well, I already mentioned one of them. Right now, I'm on a big Kenny Wayne Shepherd kick. Phenomenal Texas blues guitarist. My buddy got me hooked on him, and ever since then, it's like, okay, let's see what album I can listen to today.
Nice.
But that's probably the big one right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're a guitar player as well.
Mm-hmm.
How many instruments do you actually play?
2. I can keep a beat on drums, but I don't count that.
Okay.
But otherwise, I just play guitar. I play bass a little bit. I don't own a bass, but I can play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you DJ. You do all kinds of. So what's your range in electronic music? You scope from anywhere from Tractor and Serato to Machine and all of the in betweens.
Well, as of late, my production level has gone down a bit, only because of life is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I try and stick in terms of live mixing, usually on Tractor, Serato. In producing, it's either going to be Pro Tools or Ableton.
Yeah.
Those are the big two. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, live, pretty much just Tractor. If I got it, Serato, but...
Awesome,
yeah.
Awesome. And anything else you want to add? Anything else you want people to know? Anywhere they can find you? Any of that kind of stuff?
Well, if you wanna book an event through my company, so as like Patrick said, I do own an audio rental company. It's called Spin Audio. Check us out, spinaudiopro.net. You'll be able to see some videos. I do have a section on there to where you can fill out a form in order to get in contact with me, and then we can work on details for an event.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning into the Piece of Music podcast. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back right after this message with a performance from DJ Spindrift. Piece of music instruments. Handcrafted one of a kind, such as this 3-string bass box pan guitar. The 1-string cigar box bass guitars. And the full octave electric thumb piano.
If you feeling like a pimp, 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 like a pimp. If you feeling like a pimp, 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 like a pimp. If you feeling like a pimp, turn up your shoulders.
This the kind of beat to go.
Okay.
Nothing again.
and you know we don't give a fuck. It's not your birthday. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel the buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Mama, I got what you need if you need